Alright, welcome back. It's time to take a look at the T-34-85. Now this is a tier 3 vehicle and I would say one of the best tier 3 medium tanks at the moment. So let's take a look at the tank stats. Now it has a 85mm main cannon, 55 km/h is the maximum speed, reverse 8 km/h, specific power is 16 horsepower per ton. It has 32 tons for crew member, 148mm is the average penetration, reload 7.4 seconds, turret rotation speed is 25 degrees per second. Now this tank is well protected from the front. It has a very good angled armor, but there are a couple weak spots. The driver's hatch and the machine gun port are two of them. Now this tank didn't used to have these added tracks on the turrets and on the front, so I believe that's something that's been added in one of the last updates, but that kind of should serve as some extra protection. And of course the sides and the rear of the vehicle are the least protected areas of the tank, but don't forget that this is stellinium armor and you'll be bouncing a lot of shells from tanks that should easily go through your armor. So yeah, it has that troll aspect to it that is kinda hilarious. Now this is the T-34 D-5T. There is also a different one, a different T-34, which is rank 4, which is this one. This is a slightly different vehicle, although the general idea is about the same. It has a slightly different hull design, but overall they're almost the same vehicle. So with that being said, let me show you some gameplay. This tank has APHE, which is one of my favorite ammo types. It also has APHE-BC, which is kind of a improved APHE, and it also has classic high explosive ammo. Now in my case, I use APHE and APHE-BC. In most cases, I just use the standard APHE ammo, which I do have a lot of in the tank here. Now this tank is playing very similar to the T-54. It is basically about the same idea, but the only difference is the T-54 is much more armored and it has obviously a better angled frontal armor plate, and it also has a much better cannon, better ammo. But again, I was comparing rank 3 with rank 6, which isn't really fair. This tank will never see a T-54, so you don't have to worry about fighting with that tank. But with the T-34-85, you can easily penetrate the frontal armor of a Tiger. You can also easily penetrate the frontal turrets of a Tiger 2. So this is definitely one of the better medium tanks in this rank. And overall, it also is extremely maneuverable, very mobile. I would say more maneuverable than most of the other rank 3, tier 3 medium tanks. The other medium tanks are kind of, I don't know, they always feel like they lack something. I think the reverse speed is what lacks for the other medium tanks quite a bit. I know that the Comet has basically no reverse gear. It's really slow when you go in reverse. Meanwhile, 9 km/h is really decent, and you also do have a very good gun and some very good ammo to go along with it. Now, when I'm already talking about the Comet is using AP and APCR, which doesn't do nearly as much damage as the APHE or the APHE-BC ammo that you have on this thing. So there is going to be a big difference in how many shells you spend in killing a target. With the T-34 and in general with most of these medium tanks, you only have to hit once. Once in the side armor or once in the turret. There are some cases where you will bounce, or in some cases that it will take more than one shot to kill the target, but the APHE basically explodes when it goes in, and that secondary explosion just does chaos inside of the enemy tank. Meanwhile, the AP or APCR requires you to really aim for the ammo, aim for the fuel. If you don't hit the ammo or fuel, then the tank might survive. Even if you do hit the ammo and fuel, in a lot of cases, the tank still survives. So APHE does seem to be one of the best ammo types, at least at the moment, since you have a very good chance to kill the target in one hit when you penetrate. AP, the classic APCR really requires you to aim for the weak spots, and in some cases, if you don't see the weak spots of the enemy, you can spend 100 shells and you are not going to be able to kill them. Meanwhile, with the APHE, you only have to hit and penetrate, and the rest of the damage will be done with the secondary explosion of the shell. Now I got stuck here. I am a master of getting stuck, by the way. I can get stuck in anything, and this position is really good since you have a good view on the enemy team. But if you do hit those things on the sides, then yeah, you will get stuck. But so far I've been doing some good damage to the enemy team here. Overall, that was some very good shooting, actually. That was some very good action. But for rank 3, I would say that the T-34 platoon is definitely... It felt the easiest, honestly. It really felt quite enjoyable to drive this tank. It does have really good default ammo, which is important. Very good default ammo means that your grinding will be much easier, since I know some of the other tanks have AP, or some of them actually have heat ammo, high explosive anti-tank. But from all the different ammo types that I've tested out so far, APHE, APDS are the two best, quickly followed by heat. That's just based on the performance of the shell when it penetrates the target. Now let's go to the next match. Over here, you can easily go towards this pile of coal, and since you have a very good sloped armor, you can actually angle yourself in such a way that the enemy can't really penetrate the front. A good angle is always nice. Angling is interesting, and angling will save you from being killed. And we already have 2 kills, not even started the match. It's really fun to drive this tank. It's fast, it's very maneuverable, it has a very good gun, it has a good armor. It basically has everything that you need a tank to have. It's a all-around very good tank. Now the main gun's accuracy can sometimes disappoint. That's one thing that I noticed. Sometimes it just doesn't seem to really go where you want it to go. But again, that's kind of the thing with a lot of tanks nowadays, especially when the internet doesn't really want to perform well. That was a good kill. I did penetrate the frontal turret of that T-34 and then I put 1 shell in the side armor, and the T-34 got destroyed. Now, I talked about this tank having the Stalinium armor. I mean, every Russian medium tank has Stalinium armor, so that's just how it goes. It's just how it goes. Just, you know. And you will be bouncing shells from Tigers, which is kind of hilarious, since the 88 on a Tiger should easily just go through your armor, but in this game, a Tiger can easily bounce a T-34-85. Meanwhile, you just look at the Tiger the wrong way and it pops. That's just how it goes. You can easily penetrate the frontal 100mm armor on the Tiger, and again you have enough penetration to penetrate the frontal armor of the Tiger 2. The Tiger 2's weak spot is literally in the turret, left or right from the turret. You hit there and the turret goes off. It basically ammo racks the tank. Since you have APHE, that's very easy to do. Okay, now let me see. This is a very good position. You have a good view on everything basically. You can cover B and you can actually cover C as well. But you have to be careful from tanks that are coming to capture Zone A. And there is a heavy tank right around the corner. I might go and try to kill it. Also angling my armor a little bit. Oh, okay, that's a good shot in the side armor. Alright, nice. So let me see, what can I do here? I think I'll go back to cover, and I might do an air battle or might not do an air battle, since my presence is required on the ground. I can't really go in the air battle right now, so I have to be here, and I'll go and capture Zone B. There we go. Okay, nice. Definitely a really good starter tank for the platoon. I know some platoons are kind of difficult to level through. The Comet platoon, for example. The Comet has a very good penetration, but it doesn't do all the damage, and it is very slow. I don't know, the Comet just feels weird, and the armor on the Comet isn't as good as the armor on the T-34-85. But I'll try to get some good gameplay off the Comet. I feel like I could do some very good. I feel like I can have some very good gains with it, so I'll see what I can do about that. Now I am slowly going towards Zone A, so that I can see who did attempt to capture our base. Oh, there is a heavy tank. And the heavy tank got destroyed. Well, I got first place again. That was a very nice victory. That was nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. No complaints from me. Alright, well, that was a good match. Let's go to the next one. Now, on this map, you can do several different roles with the tank. You can go be a sniper, you can also go and capture Zone A, but I prefer to go here. Basically, it allows me to snipe some tanks at the very start of the match, but it looks like in this case there is no one to snipe, so I'll just go forward and I will capture Zone C, and maybe I do get to shoot at some enemy tanks. Okay, seems clear so far. And I got some points for capturing the base, which is always nice. Okay, there's a Tiger. I'm wrecked right in the side armor. Now let me see, there is also a Tiger. Well, that didn't penetrate. And there is also a Comet, I believe, and a T-34-85, but they are all going towards B, and they are out of sight. Oh, there is a Tiger over here. There we go. Nice. Penetrated to the front, and that was a good hit and some very good damage on on the inside of the Tiger. Now this is very close to the base, so I'm definitely not going to try to rush. I'll see if those enemy tanks decide to come forward. I should have some very good side shots, but there's two of them on the map. Now I can't use artillery because this is very close to the base. The enemy medium tank is right behind a corner, and I believe I have no choice but to go forward, since they're currently busy with... Oh, it's actually a tank destroyer. Okay. Nice shot at the side, right in the ammunition. Let me... Actually, should I go back? Let's just go back, since I'm very close to the enemy base, and I definitely do not want to be surrounded, since there is the invulnerability timer when you spawn. You can't really damage the enemy tank, but they can damage you. So let's just fall back. Now let's change position. I saw 3 tanks spawn there, so should be some good targets. Let me see if I can get some good kills here. Hopefully I do get some good kills. I am within the enemy zone. Okay, now they can see me, but I can see them. There is a lot of red spots all over the place, and I'm trying to drive in such a way that I don't be... so that I'm not a very, you know, obvious easy target. But that might be more difficult than I thought. Okay, the teammates dealt with most of them. That was a very nice shot at the side armor of the light tank. And there is more tanks spawning in from this point, which is perfect. Means I can get more action here. Now I think that was a tank destroyer icon. There is multiple vehicles. Yeah, let's just wait for a second. Let's wait for them to drive around the corner. A ARL. Okay, good shot in third. Right where it should be. Ammunition exploded. Now a Hetzer might be a problem. I'm fairly sure I am not able to penetrate the frontal slope, so I might have to go and try to find a way to shoot the Hetzer from the sides. STA rushed, got hit in the engine, and they got set on fire. Second shell that should finish it off. There we go. And I think, yeah, there is the Hetzer. There's the Hetzer. They tried to get on my side, but right where I want them to be, between the wreck and between my tank, so they weren't able to turn around, and I'm holding them. There we go. Nice. Okay, that went exactly as I planned. Okay, perfect. Was a little bit worried, since I know the Hetzer can penetrate my armor, but I can't penetrate the front slope, so the only solution was to try and shoot it at the side, which happens, and that was a good match. That was a very good match. That was a good match. Let's go to the next one. Now, this map is really good for medium tanks, and it's also really good for heavy tanks. It also can be really good for the tank destroyers. Now, I am driving this tank in the same way as I do the T-34, and so far it seems to be working really well. I mean, kind of already expected the T-34 to perform really well, although the turret rotation on this tank is much better, so you can play it a little bit more aggressively. Meanwhile, the T-34 kind of does rely on sniping in a way, but okay, the Hellcat got destroyed. Very good shot. And I'm literally surrounded by tanks. Now that the EPR did did take that shot like a champ, and I basically did little to no damage to it, since I know that the side armor on the EBR is not that bad actually, but I did miss the turret. If I did hit the turret, the EBR would be dead, so have to be careful. Okay, second shell hit the turret, and well, that wasn't enough to kill the tank, but it did some good damage, so that light tank is now severely damaged and should be destroyed quite easily. Nope. Nope. That's a lot of angry guns looking at me. Like 3 different medium tanks. 4. Bunch of T-34-85s. A STA. Where did this tiger come from? This tiger popped out of the woodwork. And 1 shell in the frontal plate, and the tiger has been destroyed. But they have bounced me somehow, so that's the titanium armor that I was talking about. They bounced or they missed. I haven't really paid attention to where the shell went. I think it bounced, but I might be wrong. Okay, we have 1 more tank sniping me over there. Let's see. D-4, yeah, they bounced. They actually hit my turret. They hit the gun, but did little damage. Let me see if I can put the shell in the side armor. I guess not. That hit the rock. There is 1 tank in the middle of the map that has to be killed, I think. And I also have a tank on my left behind a building. Quite far away, but still could potentially be a threat. And a tank capturing our base. I'm literally surrounded by enemies. Kind of funny. Okay, the T-34 seems gone. That tank is moving forward, slowly approaching me. Oh, it's a headset. I hit the... What is that? I have no idea what I hit on the headset. I think that's a... That's not a radiator, could be a fuel tank. And they're looking at me, that's not good. And I'm in the open, which is also not good, but I bought some time for my teammates to kill the headset. Very good work. M18 Hellcat destroyed. Okay, I think we have cleared this whole side of the map, so should technically be able to go forward, and hopefully, yeah, let's go to the middle. And maybe I do get more action over there. Since the enemy base is at the opposite side of the map, I'll make my way towards the enemy base. Although it doesn't seem like more tanks are going to be arriving from... I think if the enemies are going to... I think they're going towards the B, towards the zone B, but this is also a very good position to snipe from. These rocks, if you have a good turret, these rocks are definitely where you should place your tank. Just place your tank here and you have a good view on the whole field. Can be vulnerable from the side, but if you have backup, then it should be good. Alright, let's go to the middle of the map. And let's see if I get a couple more kills, but so far this has been good. Been a very good match. That start was wild. I was surrounded by enemies. They were everywhere, and I somehow survived. Alright, I am at this side now. Let's see if I can see some enemy tanks. There is a IS-1. That can be kind of problematic. I have to shoot the side armor if I want to penetrate. Right there. Perfect. Nice. Ammunition exploded. Well then. That's a good kill. Now let me change positions. Let me change my position and then... Actually, how many tanks did I kill in this match? Quite a lot, actually. They are behind the hill, I can't shoot that, and someone did. Someone did get them, so I see our team is at the base, at the enemy spawn point, so I believe that the match might be over soon. That was a good match, by the way. Very good match. Very nice teamwork as well. I feel like in this case my team has really watched my back. They really did watch my back. They killed the Hetsu, they killed the T-34. This was one example of a very good teamwork, I would say. So very good work to everyone who participated in this match. That was nice. And this was also a solid victory. Alright, well, this was a T-34 D-5T, a very good rank, a very good tier 3 vehicle, and overall very good tank to practice medium tanks on, since later you will be playing the higher tier tanks and higher tier medium tanks, and this tank is definitely a very good practice and overall a very good rank 3 vehicle to carry you until tier 4. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. If you would like to support me, feel free to like and subscribe, and with that being said, stay safe, and as always, I'll see you next time.